Hi everyone, and welcome to this 10-minute morning yoga flow focusing on flexibility. My name is Gayle, and let's start by closing our eyes, focusing on your breath, moving in and out. So even if you don't have much time, it's so important to take time to focus on your breath and make your breath as slow and as full as possible. This has so many benefits, which I will go over in another video. But just trust me that the breath is really important, even though we don't have to think about it. So let's come onto our hands and knees in tabletop. And first, just start to move around organically. So just let your body move. Close your eyes. Don't even think about it. You'll probably find yourself moving into places that are a little tight and find things start to open up. And now come back to a neutral position. Grip your hands, pressing your fingers down and towards the center of your palm to create a little upward lift. And start to lift your tailbone up, lower your ribs down, chest forward, chin up. And then tuck the tailbone. Tuck your chin toward your chest and round your spine. Just go back and forth a couple more times like that, leading with your breath. And also to roll your ribs around in a circle. Rolling them up, out to the right, down toward the floor, and over to the left. And let's reverse that circle, moving to the left, down, over to the right, and up. Try and keep your hands active so you don't feel like you're getting too much pressure and discomfort in your wrists. And walk your hands forward, send your hips back, stretching out into a really active child's pose so the elbows are lifted off the floor. Just take a few relaxing breaths here. On your next inhale, round up and come forward into cat. And lift the tailbone up and slide back into child's pose. And just keep repeating that, finding a nice fullness of the breath, really getting your spine moving as you glide back and forth. Like you're riding the waves of your breath. And then we'll adding cobra to this if you want. So inhale, round forward. Keep coming all the way forward. Lower your thighs down. Pull your shoulders back. Active in your upper back. And then if you wanted to, you could come into up dog by pressing into your feet a little bit more, hovering the thighs off the floor. And lower your knees back down, back to child's pose. We'll do that a few more times. So just move at your own pace. Finding your cobra with your thighs down, or your up dog with the thighs lifted just a little bit. And then back to child's pose. Feel free to close your eyes. I just naturally end up closing my eyes because it helps me to go inward a little bit more and discover more of the little nuances in this movement. And then make your way into downward facing dog. And we'll do some spinal waves that are pretty similar to what we just did. From down dog to plank, and then down dog, plank, and upward dog with the toes tucked. So inhale, round forward to plank. Exhale, lift your hips, slide back to down dog. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. This time we'll take it into upward facing dog. So inhale forward. Lower the thighs down. Actively press your legs in towards each other. Lift your heart up. And then tuck your chin. Spread your shoulders. Lift up and back. Downward facing dog. And repeat that a few more times. Just playing with the fullness and the grace and the beauty of the movement. Noticing how your body responds, how it wants to move. And you could even play with arching forward and rounding back. So there's often different ways of doing things that might challenge you or just give you a slightly different feeling. And stay in your downward facing dog, reaching way back. Lower your knees to the floor and come to a comfortable seated position, or you could sit on your knees, either way. On your inhale, reach your arms up. And on your exhale, float your arms out to the side and down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, float down. Again, inhale, reach up. This time, interlace your fingers, reach the palms up, and stretch over to your right. Inhale through center, stretch to your left. So the ribs move in the opposite direction of your arms. And just glide from side to side. Release your arms down by your sides. And just roll out the shoulders really gently. And roll them in the opposite direction. Bring your right hand behind your back, and if you can, hold on to the upper arm just above your elbow. If you can't, just have your hand behind your back. And then lower your right ear towards the right, but keep the left ear lifting up. So it's not just a collapse, but there's a lift. And you can lift your chin up and maybe even thrust your lower jaw forward. And tuck the chin down. And just slowly move back and forth. And release that right hand, bring it to the floor. Reach your left arm up and over. And come on back up. Reach your left arm over to the right. Lower your left ear toward your left shoulder. Keep a lift through the right ear. And lift. And lower your chin nice and slowly. One more time. Release your left hand, bring your left hand down, reach your right arm up and over. Come on, back up to center, and let's come back onto our hands and knees. And just kind of move the spine around a little bit. And stretch your right leg back, pushing into your big toe mound, find that inner lift. Float your right leg up and swing it over to the left. Stretch your right ribs to the right. Curl your left ribs in. Gaze at your left foot, your right foot. And pick your leg up, swing it all the way forward, replacing your foot where your hand was, and twist to your right. Reach the right arm forward, send your hips back, bow over your leg. And you could do some cat-cow waves here, spinal waves if you want. Noticing the difference if your back is a little arched or if your back is rounded. Probably the more natural position for most people is going to be with a rounded back. Let's see if you can bring that thigh a little closer to the floor. And step down into your right foot. Lean your right knee forward, keeping your heel down. So you get a big stretch in the back left groin area, psoas area, as you stretch your knee forward, working on dorsiflexion and opening up the ankle. And come back into your tabletop. Stretch the left leg back. Float it up, swing it over to the right. Stretch out through the left side body. Contract in through the right side body as you gaze at your left foot. And lift your leg up. Swing it all the way forward and twist to your left. Reach your left arm forward, bowing over your leg. Maybe some little cat-cows, or just playing around with it, whatever way feels good to you. And plant your foot down, stretch your knee forward. Let that right thigh lower toward the ground a little bit more. Try and keep the left heel down as you reach your knee forward. And step back into your tabletop. Lower onto your forearms. Walk your knees back, coming into Sphinx pose. Bend your left knee, reach back with your left hand for your left foot, and gently guide your heel towards your hip. You can press and release. You can also stretch out the top of your toes by tucking your toes under. You could rock back and forth across your thigh, just giving it a little bit of a massage. And switch sides. Good. Release your foot, bring your hands down by your sides, press your feet down, curl up into your cobra. Lift your hips, stretch back into your child's pose. Walk your hands over to your right. Maybe place the left hand on top of the right hand. Walk your hands back to center and over to the left. And come on back to center and come back to a comfortable seat. We'll just do a few twists to end our practice here. So bring your arms into a cactus position and twist over to your left on an exhale. Inhale through center, exhale, twist to the right. And just go back and forth a few more times. Breath leading the way. Reach your arms up, interlace your fingers, reach your palms up, and reach your palms forward, reach your belly back. Inhale, up again, release your arms out to your side, let your hands land gently on your knees. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you feel kind of loosened up and things more open and aware of all the movement potential that you have inside your body. And feel that connection with your breath. Please hit the like button, subscribe, share this with your friends. Let me know how you feel, and see you again soon. Bye.